Postpartum depression. What is it? And can we have a deeper insight into what it is? Because while I was going through it, I did a lot of research, but I didn't find any information that quite suited what I was going through, or information that actually allowed me to understand what was happening to me on a mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual level. And that's what I want to share with you today. Postpartum depression is a very huge spectrum. It's a long, rather, spectrum. And I've kind of broken it down into different things that happen during postpartum depression. One of the things that happen is being born as a new person. As a mom, the minute you get pregnant and during the pregnancy journey, a new person is being prepared to be born. It's not just your son or your child, rather my son. I'll talk about my son. By the way, my son is currently 7 months, so I would say it's been 7 months. So I have quite a fresh outlook on it because I was literally just there a couple of months ago. You know what I mean? So one of the things that I discovered was happening is that a new person was being born. And a lot of the times we talk about the baby being born, but we maybe haven't found language for it, or we don't talk about how the mother is being born. Because what happens for a woman, there are three main stages of a woman's existence. We have the little girl, we have the maiden, and then we have the mother, and then we have the crone. The crone is now after your children are big, and it's the grandma stage, quote unquote. So what I realized for me is that I was saying goodbye to the maiden, and the mother was being prepared to be born. Because during those 9 months, it wasn't just the baby that was being incubated within me, but it's also a new person that was being incubated within me. And that new person is a mother. Now, spiritually, what is happening is that there's a lot of changes that are happening to a woman during pregnancy that we know. We know that, like, a lot of changes are happening. But what we might not recognize, or what we might not have language for, is the fact that the mother is also being born. And what happened to me, what I realized is that during birth, when I was lying there giving birth to my baby, it wasn't just me that was born. It wasn't just my child that was born. It was a new person was born. So while I was walking out of that labor room, it was two people who were walking out. It was my son, this newborn, and it was me, the mother, had just been born. And I strongly believe that what follows after that, the first 3 months, what is happening, and that grief, that depression that we women experience, if it can be understood properly, it's grief. It's grief. What I realized I was going through was grief. For the first month after my son was born, I cried every single day. I'm not even kidding. I was crying. It's in the middle of the day. Maybe my son has just taken a nap, or I'm holding him and I'm just crying. I cried a lot. Even just thinking about it kind of makes me emotional. But I cried a lot. I definitely did cry a lot. And in the midst of that crying and all that grief, I realized that this is grief. This is what happens. It's grief. But then I asked myself, what am I grieving? And the answer was, I was grieving me. I was grieving the death of me, because I died. There's a part of me that died when I gave birth to my son. And that's the maiden aspect of me. Maiden here meaning who I was before I became a mother. There's a part of a woman that dies when she becomes a mom. And that's why people say that, getting pregnant and having a baby, your life is over. There is a lot of truth to that, because who you were before you became a mother dies. She dies. And part of postpartum depression is grief. And that grief is for the part of you that you will never experience again. I know it's heavy, but it's true. And I just want to offer you insight. If you're watching this and you're postpartum, or if you're watching this and you want to understand what is postpartum depression, it's majorly grief. I will talk about more. I have so many things that I've written down and I want to talk more about it. But the first thing that I wanted to talk about is that a new person is born. And for a new person to be born, someone else has to die. And while I was crying and I was grieving, part of the reason I was crying also is because it was hard. It's hard. It's hard having this new person in your life. You don't know what to do with it. You're supposed to figure out what to do. It's crazy. But what I want to offer is that someone is dying, and that person is who you were before you became a mom. And it's valid. It's valid to grieve that part of you. It's valid. It's valid that you're crying for the part of you that you will never be again. Just like we cry when someone dies because you'll never see them again. They're gone. Like they're literally gone. And also, so inside of you is you're crying for the girl and for the lady that you will never be again, because being a mother, now that I'm a mother, I understand very deeply that I'm a new person. I'm a new person. I'm a completely different person from who I was. I am the same person. It's still me, definitely. But I'm a different person from who I was before. You know what I mean? And even for you, you're the same person, but you're a different person. And so what's going on within you is that you're grieving for the person that you will never be again. That little girl, that girl that you'll never be again. She still lives within you, but you can't experience yourself in the way that you experienced yourself before you were a mother. And the thing about motherhood is that there is a lot of selflessness. And when I was a maiden, personally, let me talk about being a maiden, is that I could do whatever, whenever. I could do with my life whatever I wanted to. There was the choice of I could do whatever I wanted to, whenever I wanted to. I didn't have to be responsible. I didn't have to think about someone else. But now as a mother, there's a constant harm in my brain and in my being that my son is around. And literally the brain changes. The brain changes. The brain changes. Our brains change. Our neurological pathways, they realign themselves. They readjust to now accommodate the role that you're in, and the role is being a mother. And the thing about motherhood, it calls us to sacrifice a lot. There's a lot of sacrifice that is within motherhood and parenting, especially motherhood, because I would say there's a lot of sacrifices that we give. Literally, we had to give our own body for someone else to be born. Something else that I realized when I was grieving is that my body will never look the same as it did. My body will never ever look the same as it did. And that made me sad. And as a mother, I want to let you know that it's okay to be sad. It doesn't mean that you love your child any less, but it's okay to be sad about who you'll never be again and what you will never experience again. And while I was going through it, I allowed myself to just cry and be sad over the fact that I had a flat tummy. It just looked so fucking good. It was without blemishes. It was spotless. And I loved my body. I genuinely loved my body. I did. Oh my God. But now I'll never have that body again. And it's okay to be sad about that. It's okay. Allow yourself to be sad about even such a thing. Such a thing as it's okay to be sad about the fact that even down to your body will never really be the same again. What I would say is that the nanny bounces back into shape. I can tell you that for sure. the nanny bounces back into shape. I'm trying to use PG language here, but your nanny bounces back into shape. I can tell you that for a fact. But the body changes, your mind changes. Now you have to take care of someone else, or you get to take care of someone else. You get to create, and there's a lot of responsibility in that, and so it's okay. Imagine it's okay to be sad. Aka kainzi, surely. There's nothing as annoying as a housefly. So my point is that a new person is being born. But before we can be happy about the person that's being born or the person that has been born, before we can enjoy the joys of motherhood, because I will come back to you with a video on the joys of parenting and motherhood because I have experienced them both. But now that I'm farther from the grief, I experienced the grief and have overcome the grief. Sometimes I still get sad, but it's not crazy sadness. You know what I mean? And so there are joys of motherhood, but before you can experience the true joys of motherhood, it's okay to go through the grief of who you'll never be again. Whatever you feel you will miss, be sad about it, cry about it. One thing that really helped me is to write. I love to write, I love to journal, but if you can't journal, because that stage, that newborn stage, is really hard. It's really hard because you're trying to balance this new person that you just welcomed into your life. You're also trying to take care of yourself. You're confused. I was confused literally all the time. All the time. I genuinely think I was, during that newborn phase, it's just like you're just trying to survive. Literally. You're just trying, personally, I was just trying to make it through the next day. I was just trying to make it through the morning. And it's okay to survive, and it's okay to feel like you're not really living, because you will get to live again. I feel like I would have wanted someone to tell me that during my newborn stage, is that you will get to live again. You will get to enjoy life again. I'm only 7 months deep. So, yeah, imagine. But first, grieve. Grieve that you will never have the freedom that you had once upon a time. Grieve that your body will never look the same. Before you can even accept your body the way that it is or come to love your body again, it's okay to grieve. That's what I'm saying. My point is, it's okay to grieve. It's okay to grieve. Allow yourself to go through the stages of grief. That's denial, that's sadness. I don't know what the others are. Because it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking to see who you've become. It's like, oh my god. Like, for example, I didn't have boobs during my maiden stage. Before I got my son, my boobs were like this tiny. I had small boobs for sure, and now I have big boobs, and I was like, they're heavy to carry. It sounds silly, but I don't know. It's a change. It's like I had small boobs. I literally could not feel my boobs a long time ago. But now when I got my son, because of the milk, my boobs were heavy, and I was like, this is a new sensation. It's a new sensation. And also to see my boobs engorged and enlarged, I was like, I don't like this. I know that it's holding milk for my son, and I love that I can nourish him, but it's okay. Like, two things can exist at the same time. You can love this new creature that you just brought into life. You can love your child, and you can also hold yourself, because that's the thing about motherhood, is that now you have two people to take care of. You have this child that you just brought into life, and now you have yourself to take care of. And so it's okay to experience those icky and yucky emotions. Like, just what I said, I love that my boobs had a lot of milk and I could now nurture and nourish my son, right? But at the same time, before I had my son, I literally had no boobs. I had tiny boobs. And I wasn't used to my boobs being big. Even just looking down and seeing how big they were, there's a part of me that didn't like it. I was like, Sasa nakaji. Sasa how do I look, surely? And so it's a battle. That postpartum thing is just, it's because it's a battle. It's a battle between who you are and who you are now, and who you have to be, and it's okay. That's all I want to say. It's okay. It's okay to be sad. It's okay. It's okay, because before we can enjoy the joys of motherhood, I just ranked that, right? Before we can appreciate what being a mother is about, before we can appreciate motherhood, we have to go through the portal of grief. And grief is saying goodbye. It's making peace. It's hugging yourself and saying, it's okay. I'll miss you. I'll definitely miss you. I'll miss you. At times I would wake up at night and cry, honestly, because it's like I miss myself. I miss her. I miss who I was. It's okay. It's okay to miss her. Hug yourself and tell yourself that it's okay to miss her. It's okay to miss who you were. It makes sense that you miss who you were, because that's who you are. Like it's like you went overnight from this place to this place, and birth, you all know, birth is like, there's no time to breathe. It's like, let's go, let's go. Ni wakati, ni wakati. Like it's, let's go. Songa twende. So, it's like, as much as, yes, you were pregnant for 9 months, you knew you'd be giving birth for 9 months, but nothing really prepares you for actually giving birth and the consequences that come after that. You know what I mean? So this is a message of compassion to let you know that it's okay. Two things can exist at the same time. You can love your child and still be hurt or feel resentment for the changes that are going in within yourself, within your brain, your emotions, your body, and hold space for all those changes that are happening within you. Hold space for yourself and just know that it's okay. It's okay. The thing is, the reason I keep saying it's okay is because I don't want you to suppress it. When you suppress it, you might come to resent your child later on and resent yourself later on. But within these first few months, if you allow yourself to go through the motions and allow yourself to go through the grief, cry, write, feel resentful, allow that resentment to flow outside of you. Because the thing about emotions is that you just have to let them flow outside of you. It's energy. Emotions are energy in motion. Allow them to move through as they wish within you. Once you allow them to move through as they wish within you, then they're gone. But if you hold it in and you don't allow yourself to feel the anger, the resentment, the hurt, if you don't allow yourself to feel that, you're going to hold it in and it's going to come out later. But because it's fresh, allow it to just flow within you and tell yourself that it's okay. And I'm telling you, it's okay. I'm giving you permission to feel it. Sometimes we just need someone to give us permission to feel whatever we feel. So I'm giving you that permission, and I'm telling you, as someone who's gone through it, and allowed myself to feel whatever I felt. And now that I'm out of it, I can tell you for sure that you do come out of the other side. And two things can be true at the same time. You can love your child but still go through whatever you're going through, and it's okay. Once you allow yourself to go through it, you'll come out on the other side and you'll be fine. My son is about to wake up, so I can hear him growl. But I'm happy that he's given me some time to talk to you, right? You'll be okay. Leave me some comments. Tell me how you're feeling. If you're watching this as you're going through your postpartum, if you're watching this before you get your baby, whenever this video finds you, just leave me a comment. Tell me how you feel. And yeah, see you.